This is the Cyrusher Flex. Primarily designed for mountain biking, its dual sensors and lightweight yet durable design allow it to be very flexible, hence its name, Flex. I'm Wyoming Rider, and I review electric bikes in the most rural state in the country, so come along with me on a new adventure. Hello guys and gals, Wyoming Rider here, and today we're going to go ahead and unbox this Cyrusher Flex. This is a brand new model from Cyrusher. It comes in this beautiful box that the shipping company tried their best to beat the snot out of. So hopefully it's not damaged, and I'll take the camera around here and show you the damage they did to it. And first of all, look at this. Wow, a little hole there. This is pretty bad. I'll show you on the other side. Big gouge here, a small one there. Ripped out this end, must be trying to pick it up or something. Not sure what they did there. And then, like I said, you got this big gouge where they must have picked it up by this and cut through the box. But man, it's a beautiful box. Look at the beautiful artwork on the side. So not quite sure why they hated it so much, but so yeah, hopefully it's not damaged. No damage on that side. But we will get it out of the box and find out. Alright, I'll bring you up here so you can see what it looks like inside the box. So this is what it looks like when you open up the top. Cool little accessory box on this side, I see. Little foot pump down there. Already I love this beautiful green color. Oh, it's gorgeous. Comes with this little foot pump. I think they flattened it a little bit. So far it looks okay, so I think we're probably good, but next I'll cut all these straps off and get all the foam off and we'll go from there. But so far it looks like it was packaged pretty well, so I think it withstood the abuse they did to the box. Alright, got the foam and the ties removed. I have not took that clear plastic off. I kind of wanted to show you that. They did put that around it to protect the paint, it looks like. They did a great job there. Man, I can see right off this thing has some massive wheels. They're only like, I think 2.6 inches wide it says, but these are 27.5 inches tall. Real mountain bike tires. So I'll get the plastic off, and doesn't look like there's going to be much assembly. Like it comes probably 90% or better assembled here. So yeah, this will be a breeze to put together. It's going to be pretty quick. Show you right quick while we have the battery out. I had to peel that plastic off it too. This is a 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery for a total of 720 watt hours of energy, and it has a max 3 amp charging rate. But that should be plenty for a mountain bike. I'll show you too, it has a cool little button here. I guess this is the charge indicator. Must be mostly charged because it's showing green. I'll show you right quick. This is the charger that comes with it. I'm going to go ahead and start charging this battery while I finish putting it together. See if we can get our handlebars on here. You should always try to use the manual tools, at least to get these started. It did come with this nice little 3-size little hex tool here, which is really cool. I like getting these. Let's get these started, and I'll try to get it lined up right. And all right, let's see here how these should be. Tighten these in a cross pattern. Tight, but not over tight. Looks like I kind of got them too far to one side though. Back up and move it over. This comes in handy once you already have them started. There we go. That's good. Nice through axle with a quick release. Another zip tie I gotta cut here. It's actually a pretty smart thing they did there. Put these little protectors in there, which most of them do, but sometimes they fall out and stuff, but they zip tied it on there so it couldn't fall out. Pull these little protective things off. Line this up. We know the brake rotor is gonna go on this side. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, so now all I gotta do is just put the pedals on. And it does tell you which way to turn it and everything. So We're just gonna finish the rest of the way like this. I gotta make sure I get this wheel back aligned again. See, yep. Just to make sure there's no play. And then we need to tighten these up. There we go, that should be good. Do give you a nice little gold bell here. This has a single little Phillips screw. All right, now next I'm gonna demonstrate me. First of all, let's show you pick up this bike. Like I said, very lightweight. So I'm gonna turn it around. We got the seat all the way down. I am 5'10", so this is what I look like on it. I could almost flat foot it, so it's not too tall. I think it's like 34-inch seat height. Not as tall as I feared it would be at first. I figured it would be really tall since it has these tires. And that's the next thing I was going to get to you. As you notice, these tires are a little larger than 26. These are 27.5 by 2.6 inch. So not almost 3 inches wide, but not quite. I think that's a really good size for them. Still get that almost fat tire feel, but they're also a lot lighter and a lot bigger, so they roll really smooth. But here, let me show you the suspension. And the suspension works very, very good. So very nice, beautiful bike. All right, so now let me show you how to pull this battery off of here. You stick this key in there, of course, and you turn it. And then you flip this. This pops right out of there like that. And here's the label on the battery there. And just so you know too, these are good high quality LG cells in the battery. So like I said, you're getting good quality components on this bike. So it's worth the extra cost. Lock that battery back down like that. Good to go. All right, next I'm gonna show you the accessories you get with it. First of all, you get this nice little foot pump here. And you pull this thing out. Well, I'm gonna show you this because most of these are, you get them with some bikes, but most of them are pretty cheesy. But this one actually has a gauge and everything. So that's actually a pretty nice little foot pump. And of course you get the keys. And here's your charger. And you do get some reflectors. You get the manual. And all the tools you need to put together. You get this nice little tool bag with them. So pretty darn cool. Next we'll take it out and take it for a ride. Hello guys and gals. Now we're gonna do the specs and features of this beautiful bike. This is the Cyrusher Flex. First of all, let's start with that paint job. This bike is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the best paint jobs I've seen on any bike. It is just beautiful. This nice green metal flake paint there, and this mixed with this glossy black. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous. Looks really nice with these black tires and the yellow lettering on the Kenda tires. Just absolutely beautiful. And of course, pay no attention to the mirror. I added that myself. But now let's go over the rest of the components here. First of all, let's look up here in the cockpit. You have these nice kind of rubberized grips. Feel really good. They don't twist. They just look really, really good. And we have a thumb throttle on the left side. And on the right side, we have this nice 8-speed trigger shifter. And right above that, I added the bell. And I love that they made it gold. And this looks really cool. It works pretty well. And of course, we have these nice Tektro hydraulic brakes, which are, good quality brakes. And they look like just 2-piston Tektro brakes, but this bike only weighs like 65 pounds, so plenty of stopping power, because it's paired with these 180mm rotors on the front and on the rear. Of course, these are mountain bike style handlebars, because this is electric mountain bike, so it's meant to be that way. So it will be kind of low, and of course it has the mountain bike style seat on it. It has a slight amount of cushion to it there, but not too much. You don't want you getting too comfortable on these mountain bikes, And it does have this rear shock here. You see that name on it, Maraca. I guess it says Maraca MT100. And I can tell you, it works really well. I'll try to show you that here in a minute. And what works even better is these Sun Tour front forks here. They seem to have a really good amount of travel. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a pretty good amount. And of course, you got your preload on one side and your lockout on the other. And there's no fenders on this bike by default, but you can buy the fenders. I think they're like $100 extra or something like that. But I kind of like the way it looks without them. It just looks so good. It's such a beautiful bike. All right, so now let's move back here to the motor. This is a 750 watt motor, and I do believe it peaks at 1400 watts. This has a Altus derailleur, so that's a step above the Tourney. And what's even better about this is, if you look closely, you'll notice this is a 8-speed cassette. This is not a freewheel. So this is an actual cassette, and I do believe this goes from 11 tooth up to 32, which is really good. And the other nice thing they did here, they put a chain guard, a little clear chain guard on there, so your paint don't get all scratched up. And I think these pedals, they kind of look metal, but I think they're plastic, which should make them lighter, because that's what you want in a mountain bike. You want them to be light. It does just have a chain guard on the outside. I kind of wish they had the chain guard on the inside, but yeah, that's okay. And of course, the 48 volt, 15 amp hour battery is integrated in the frame, which makes this bike nice and stealthy. Most people may not even realize it's an e-bike. I mean, it just looks like a regular mountain bike, really. Very, very nice. I love that stealthy look. Very nice cable management, routed through the frame as it should be. And this really cool little headlight up on the handlebars. Can't wait to see how bright that headlight is. Even though it's small, I'm betting it's probably pretty bright, because I can tell you one thing. These integrated taillights, I love these things. They are so freaking bright. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and turn on to the nice color display here. It's really small, so another thing that makes it kind of stealthy, they put this nice little small display on it. So if we go and hold that plus down, it should turn the lights on. See the little indicator? So here's our headlight. And look how bright these freaking tail lights are. I mean, it's still daylight out here and you can see them very well. And of course, they also act as a brake light, and we'll show this more at night, but man, they get really bright. And they're already bright, but they get even brighter when you press that brake pedal. Very, very nice. Like I showed you before, it does have the nice bell. In this display, you get 5 pedal assist levels, just like that. And I did take it for a short ride just to make sure everything worked, and it worked really well. Really cool feature I got to show you. And you can probably already see it here, but this has, probably look at it and say, oh, that's a torque sensor. Well, yes, it is. And it's also a cadence sensor. So yeah, this has the dual sensor in it. And the way you use that, by default, when you turn it on, it's going to be on the torque sensor. So you're going to get a lot more exercise, of course, with that. And it feels a lot more natural when you pedal it. But if you press this power button 3 times fast, you'll see this little indicator come on. Now we're on the cadence sensor. And to swap it back, you do the same thing again. We're back on the torque sensor. It's a very cool feature. It's the first bike I've had with that dual sensor in it. Very, very nice bike. A good look of quality to it. And I do believe right now it's priced, I want to see at $15.99. But man, it's a high quality bike, so definitely worth the price. You're getting good quality here. So now that we got the specs and features out of the way, let's take it out for its first ride. All right, one thing I did want to point out before we go here, I forgot to show you earlier. This does have a little rubber flap on the front of this display, and there's a regular USB port there, charging port. So I always love to see that on these bikes. That's really awesome. So now let's go ahead and bump it up and past 5. We're gonna head on down there to our hill climb test, and we'll start there. Get my cameras recording. First of all, I got to say, this is a smooth riding bike. Alright, so now we're gonna do this throttle only, of course, like we do all of them. And we're all the way up in 5, so let's see how it climbs the hill. Good so far. Now we're getting to the really steep part though. This thing says it has 95 newton meters of torque. I do believe it because, man, it's climbing right up here. Let's put this thing down at pedal assist 1. Let's see how fast it does with the throttle first. So then pass 1. And it does climb up really slow on that one. Yep, here we go. So its speedometer saying 16.3, GPS about the same. Yep, so 16 mile an hour. So let's go on up into pass 2. Let's see how fast it goes. Man, I'm impressed how accurate the speedometer is. Right out of the box too. I didn't have to change anything. I like it. Great job, Cyrusher. Yeah, it's almost 20. About 19 or so, so let's go on up into 3. Now we're gonna have to go through the S curves here. Just cruise along with the throttle, testing out the pass levels. Man, this bike that motor is really quiet too. Makes a little noise, but not much. So nice and stealthy. So at 23. So now let's go on up into 4. And that's a really big hump back there. You don't even feel it with this bike. So 24. Not much more than 3. Yeah. So somewhere between 23 and 24 there. All right, and here we go. Throttle only. So 27, 28, 29. It may make it to 30. Oh, it did. Wow, look at that. And here we go. Almost missed my throttle there. I duck down here. But I'm trying to keep the camera on it too, so I don't want to get down too far. Come on, baby, you can do it. Get a 30 again. Right there at it. There it goes. It registered that time. So here's our results. It went 0 to 10 in 1.93 seconds. That's really good. 0 to 20 in 7.22 and 0 to 30 in 24.97 seconds. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Was not expecting this bike to go 30. And we're still sitting at full battery, and that's the other thing I didn't show you earlier. So on this display, if you hit that power and go through there, there's a trip meter, and there's our average speed. There's our max speed. Yeah, 29.8 it says there. And the thing that I always love to see, and very good job, Cyrusher, putting this on there. But there's our voltage. It's at 52.3 volts. So yeah, we're still pretty far up there. So let's go ahead and switch it back over to the torque sensor though. All right, well, let's see. So far, we've only went to 6.73 miles, even though it felt like it was longer than that. But and we're still at full battery. We're at 50.8 volts. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're gonna take out the Cyrusher Flex back out today. I want to take it out there to those rough dirt roads because I think that's where this bike's going to shine. I'm not going to turn that one on yet till we get a little further out. But yeah, so far we went 6.7 miles. So yeah, let's see what kind of range. It's still showing a full battery bar. And we're sitting at 51.3 volts. According to the battery chart, that should be up around 80%, even though it's showing full there. So we're about 80% battery, so that's about where it should be. I do really like that torque sensor. I just really like the fact that I have a choice, so if I get tired, I can swap over to the Cadence sensor. That is really freaking awesome. So far, we're still showing 100% battery, even though we've dropped down to 49.5. I guess that's probably around 75% or so, or 78. This is what we came out here to do. So let's see how it does on this rough gravel road, because man, I'm telling you, this road here is no joke. Beats most bikes to death. far we went 12.68 miles. Now right now it says we're at 47.5. Yeah, let's see, 40. Yeah, so we're about 55% right now, it says. So yeah, we probably shouldn't go too far out here, but I think we can go a little further. And we'll continue on. Let's see where we're at here, and we might just turn around here. We're at 46.7 volts, even though it's still showing we only lost one battery bar. Let's see, 40. Yeah, so we're right at 50% right now. So yeah, I think we should probably turn around and not take a chance. And we'll go back this way. Time to head back home and see how our range ends up, and we'll take it from there. Let's see, I'll try to show you. Oh yeah, very stable bike. No hands needed most of the time except for this extreme wind, but said it wasn't bad when I started. But yeah, that's the way it does here sometimes. As it starts to get a little later in the day, that wind picks up. Alright guys and gals, we made it back. Kind of hard to see out here in this bright sunlight, but we're at 45.6 volts, and it is showing we're at half battery still. My voltage right quick, and the battery chart, almost 45% according to the voltage. So keep that in mind, 45%, but we went 22.53 miles. Yeah, so that's pretty darn impressive when we're still, like I said, about 45% battery. So I'm sure I could probably get another 8 miles out of that pretty easy. With that being said, this thing has got impressive range, so that means this bike should go at least 30 miles on a charge. That is pretty darn impressive for a 15 amp hour battery, but like I said, this is a really lightweight bike, so that makes a big difference with it only being 68 pounds. If you want a mountain bike style bike, I definitely recommend this one. It has excellent suspension, it's very lightweight, and it works great, and it goes 30 miles an hour. So yeah, excellent bike for the price. All right, we're back out on the Cyrusher Flex. Try to finish off our range test. This will be the third day I came out on it. Actually, I didn't really do a whole lot yesterday. I did the dirt roads and kind of was going to go out last night, but everything going on with the 4th, I figured it was kind of dangerous, so I figured I'll wait till the night to do that. So yeah, we're at 23 miles right now and at half battery, so yeah, let's see how we end up. How's it going?
Good, how are you today?
Pretty good, man. I kind of forgot this was going on. I was like, oh shoot, I should have went up here earlier.
If you sneak through here, if you want to sneak through here and stuff, you can still catch them.
I can still get to it?
Yeah. So
all right.
If you take this road right here, it'll kind of pop you around on the edge of them.
Yeah.
You can go down through here and catch them as well.
Cool.
Either way.
All right, I'm gonna cut through here then.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. And we have some really cool offices. Have our own police department. And, oh yeah, here's all the food trucks. There's all the cars. This is the 34th annual cars show here at the VA. Wow, look at all these cool cars. Wow, look at all these cool cars.
Number 190.
Oh, look at there's that Unimog with the mini truck in it.
Ooh, number 24. Number 24 GTO.
Look at all these. Awesome. Try to show you some more of them here.
Wolf Baldwin. Dave Randall. Dave Randall.
Cheesesteaks. Hope to see you guys there. Thanks for coming.
But man, that was really freaking cool. Hope you enjoyed that part of the video. Let's see, we're still showing 2 battery bars. Let's see what our voltage is at. We're at 43.3 volts. Yeah, we're around about 25% according to that. Total of 26.29. Like I said, I haven't been going very fast out here. There we go. let some more go by here. We might get to see some more cool ones. Oh yeah, look at that one. Another cool car. Yeah, I mean, we're all the way at 5 right now, past 5, but we're only doing about 15. Uh-oh, and I really hope I make it back. This is the good thing is with this one, because since it is lighter weight than most, we can limp home with it if we have to, just like we're doing now, because I'm pretty sure it's not really giving me anything at this point. All we got to do is make this hill. This is a very steep hill. See, yeah, we still got a little bit of power. So it was giving me a little bit of help there. Got 1 bar and flashing, we're at 40 volts. Yeah, it's about 10%. I think it's a little less than that. All right, let's see our total range. Our total range there was 28.03. So almost 30 miles, 2 miles short, but with a 15 amp hour battery, that's to be expected. If you did ride it slower or in a flat area, you're gonna get more, of course, but not bad. Next, we'll do the night test. Alright guys and gals, we're out here at night, so of course we can test the lights out on the Cyrusher Flex. Alright, so we got the bike on, as you can see the display there. There we go. Right away I can tell you those tail lights are very bright. Let's take a look at our headlight here. The headlight actually looks pretty decently bright too for such a small little light. This is just a tiny little light, but man, that thing is pretty darn bright, as you can see. We'll hit the brake lever. Yeah, those do get quite a bit brighter. Very good tail lights. Really like those. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get on the bike. And I did finish doing my range test already, so I went back and charged the battery up some. It's not completely full, but I'll put it back on the charger when I get done. I think this is still a little bit too high, maybe. I think right there should be good. Alright. Anyway, let's try out these headlights. Got it up pedal assist 5, and we are on the torque sensor. Still not completely dark yet, but dark enough we should be able to see the headlight. And yeah, it is nice and wide and pretty bright. I'm pretty impressed, especially for the size. Not bad at all. Yeah, and that rear brake still does squeak a little bit, even though I tried adjusted it. I think it'll go away eventually. I think it just has a little contamination on the... And this bike's nice and quiet for a geared hub motor. But yeah, this headlight's really good. We know those tail lights and brake lights are really good. One more time, look at these tail lights from back here to make sure we can see them. Oh yeah, you can definitely see those. Those are very bright. Excellent tail lights. Headlights pretty good too. Let me give you my final verdict on this bike. Would I recommend it? Definitely yes. Who is this bike most suited for? I'd say definitely taller riders. Their recommendation is anybody 5'7" to 6'7", and I would totally agree with that, because it is a pretty tall bike. So if you're shorter than that, you may be okay riding it, but just know that it is a fairly tall bike, especially with those 27.5-inch wheels. This bike is a great deal for a full suspension mountain bike with a dual sensor. And what really stood out for me is that dual sensor, because it makes this bike great for exercise or just simple cruising. And your legs get tired, you swap it over to the Cadence sensor and keep on going. It really gives you a choice, as the name implies, flex. And one of the things that really surprised me with this bike is those great tail lights. They're integrated, the frame makes it very sleek, and they're very bright as well. And the brake lights are even brighter. Awesome job, Cyrusher. Awesome job. This is a great bike. So I hope you enjoyed today's adventure. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with others. And if you would like one of these bikes or just want to know more about it, please check out my link down in the description below. And use my coupon code, Wyoming Rider, to save $80 off. I got more reviews and bike upgrade videos coming, so please stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.